Cristiano Ronaldo may soon sign a £1 billion, 7-year contract in Saudi Arabia as he prepares for life beyond Manchester United. The striker was rumored to be leaving Old Trafford in the summer, but stayed with the team under Erik ten Hag, who has only seldom utilized him since taking over. As his aggravation grew, Ronaldo gave a candid interview to Piers in which he criticized a number of club employees. As a consequence, United decided to cut off their relationship with the player, sending him looking for a new job. Ronaldo asserts that several teams expressed interest in him back in the summer, contradicting recent reports that the 37-year-old had few, if any, takers. Big teams in Europe will undoubtedly be hesitant to sign him because of his recent antics, both on and off the field. Therefore, with alternatives running out, switching to the Middle East and Saudi Arabia seems likely. Al Nassr is prepared to provide sums never previously seen in sports and to crack open the checkbook. Massive payday. Even if Ronaldo's recent on-field performances have declined, his commercial appeal continues. The 37-year contract calls for him to play for 2.5 years before accepting an ambassadorial position, at which time his remuneration would further rise. According to rumors in Spain, the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner is expected to sign a £175 million contract. When playing for United, Ronaldo earned just over £26 million a year, making him the highest-paid player in the Premier League. According to a new list by Forbes, Messi will be the highest-paid athlete in 2022 with on-field earnings of £62 million, more than £100 million less than Ronaldo. In terms of wealth, he would also far outpace athletes like LeBron James, Steph Curry, Cancelo Alvarez, and Tom Brady. Prior to the World Cup, Ronaldo was associated with Al Nassr, but he declined to address the rumors in an effort to concentrate on the situation in Qatar, which is only over the border. After some time of continued negotiations, it seems that a breakthrough has been made and an agreement is imminent. 3 out of 1. However, Al Nassr will need to reduce the size of the playing team if they want to finance Ronaldo. 3 players are scheduled to go despite the financial resources available to clubs in that region of the globe in order to make room for Ronaldo. Former Arsenal goalkeeper David Ospina, Champions League victor Luis Gustavo, and Cameroon sensation Vincent Aboubakar, who scored 2 goals in the World Cup, one more than Cristiano Ronaldo, all call the Riyadh-based team home. Ronaldo allegedly turned down a sizable offer to relocate to Saudi Arabia last summer, but now that his alternatives seem to be limited, he could decide to take it. The 37-year-old is said to value his individual achievements very highly, with topping the Champions League goal stats being one of them. He has 140 goals in the tournament, 11 more than Messi, who is still playing for PSG in this year's Champions League. His major opponent would have the opportunity to finally overcome him if he left Europe. However, Ronaldo has said that he wants to play football until he is 40, and moving to the Middle East would enable him to do so. Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki Al Faisal, the sports minister of Saudi Arabia, has suggested signing Ronaldo. He recently disclosed to Sky Sports, who would object to his playing in their league. He and Messi serve as role models for many athletes. I would want to see them both compete in the Saudi League since it would support the work we are doing and demonstrate the league's strength. Team Messi Ronaldo. When asked about Ronaldo, the sport minister casually mentioned Messi, which was perhaps prompted by the kingdom's previous friendship with the recently crowned World Cup champion. The big dream of Saudi Arabia is to host the World Cup, following in the footsteps of Qatar. Despite being thrilling on the field, the recent tournament was marred by ongoing problems off it because of the national values. As the Western world questioned their cultural standards, many of which Saudi Arabia also adopts, they remained a hot subject on the stage in Qatar on workers' rights, homosexuality, and women's liberties in society. Despite this, Saudi Arabia, which is becoming more active in sports, has its sights set on the World Cup in 8 years. As the USA, Canada, and Mexico team up in 2026, the tournament will be played in 3 nations for the first time ever. At the moment, Saudi Arabia is attempting to accomplish the same feat with Greece and Egypt on board. Ahmed Al-Hatib, the Minister of Tourism, has said, the 3 nations will undoubtedly make significant infrastructure investments and be prepared. And I am aware that by that time, modern stadiums and fan zones will have been constructed in Saudi Arabia. Messi inked a contract to promote Saudi Arabia in May, which was timed to the country's bid to host the World Cup. The agreement between Ronaldo and Al Nassr would add him as a resource, which might lead to a 2-pronged attack including the most recognizable and successful players of the contemporary era. The fact that Messi recently won the World Cup adds to his appeal. He fared much better than Ronaldo, who was benched before Portugal's elimination. The attacker did, however, become the first player to score in 5 World Cups with a penalty kick during the group stage. Endorsements from such figures are crucial in any World Cup bid. Before Qatar's efforts were successful, Zinedine Zidane was one among many who supported them. FIFA will make a decision about the 2030 World Cup in 2 years.